Hello and welcome to Satisfactory Early Access Update 3. I am Scrapperlock and today we're going to be adding a whole bunch of power to our base. We are insanely high up, as you can see. The base is way down there. It actually extends over to here, and this is the front of the base, and down there I've changed a whole bunch of stuff to give us more concrete constructors and put the concrete constructors up on the proper floor. But what I'm working on today is getting more power from the coal that's over on this high area. So I'm up here, I've connected this power line all the way back. You can see we're using about 300 of the 500. And our coal generators are down there. They're actually going to be going away because we can get a lot more power out of the pure nodes that are up here. And I'm going to turn the two nodes that are down here plus the other one over here and the other one over there for coal into steel production, because you need some coal and some iron for that. So what I did was I measured out, and you can see it down here, I measured out going up 4 walls at a time from all the way down at the level where the concrete is. I worked my way up. You can see I started building over there, and I tried to go straight out, and it was too low, and then I kept going up, and so this is finally the height that we had to get to. And I don't know if the rest of the base is ever going to be this high, or if we're just going to have some sort of a hypertube system that brings us up here from the top of the base. You can see that at this level we would be about almost even, it looks like, with the space elevator, but we're about 4 floors above the assembler floor that's over there, maybe 5. So we're quite high. But once you're up here, it is a straight shot across this area to the 3 pure coal nodes, and I've already got miners on them. These are Mark 1 miners, because to get Mark 2 miners you need steel. And so I've got some modular frames and some other things because we're going to do some building. But what I've been working on is a finalized and much better version of the generator plant that I have down there. I never really finished that, and the reason is I wasn't totally happy with the way the pipes were going, and we have some more pipe options now, which I think enabled me to make a nicer design. Now with these pure nodes, you can run 120 comes out of each miner, so you can run actually 8 generators. But the problem is that each water supplier only supplies about 6 generators worth of water, so I have 2 per line of 8. So you can see I've got a line of 8 generators. There's actually 3 lines of 8 because there are 3 coal nodes here. We have to watch out because there's an alpha right over there that keeps liking to spawn. Pretty much every time I load into the game, he's over here, so I'm just trying to keep an eye out. I have not connected up the power yet. What I'm going to do is connect up the power and get these water generators going, right? And then once the water generators are going, then we can hook up the coal and we will be able to run these power plants. So I've got pipes going in, and what I decided to do was I want to hide the plumbing. So this is a similar setup to what I had last time, where we have the pipes coming in from below, but I also have the coal coming in from below, so that it's nice and clean above. So let me show you how I designed this. Down here, and this ramp is temporary, we got to watch out for pig beasts because they like to respawn. They shouldn't keep respawning. They shouldn't keep respawning when they shouldn't keep respawning once the power generators are up and running, because they will suppress spawning in a 300-meter radius. The other thing I found out is the land whales, you can kill them. It takes about 10 shots, maybe more, with the spike gun, but it actually does kill them, and they leave a carapace behind, which is nice if they're annoying me. So anyway, we have the plumbing going in here, and we now have this thing that allows us to put plumbing through the wall. And I'm also going to carry in a single conveyor belt through here. Okay, so let's go inside and I'll show you what it's going to look like. So down here we have the pipes going up to our generator, and we also have the lift going up to the generator, but it's coming from in here, and this is our little access way. And so the conveyor belt is going to come along the top over here, and the pipes come along the bottom. And so these pipes take care of the first 4 generators, And then there is another generator, a water generator on the other side of this that comes in with this pipe and brings to the next 4. So it basically re-ups the water flow. So the water flow should be fine going down all these pipes. Now if we come out here, I've got 2 more water generators, or more, whatever they're called, water extractors. I have one here, right, and then I have one on the other side. And so this water extractor feeds the first 4 generators of the next row up there and stops here. So they're on separate lines, and then this water extractor feeds these 4. And so we have 8 coal generators ready to, in each row, ready to go. And we have 8 more here. There's also a Mercer sphere down here in the bottom of this water hole. You see it? I can't figure out how to get down to it because you can't swim down. So I don't know how to get to that. If somebody knows, leave a little comment and I'll see what I can figure out. One of the things I tried to do was put a one of those observation platforms, and I climbed to the top of it and dove down, because in this game a lot of times when you dive from a really high height you go down deeper. That was not high enough, so it may be that I have to go even higher, and I might have to disassemble some of this stuff in order to do that, but I really didn't feel like playing with it. The Mercer sphere is just a work in progress right now anyway, so like I don't really care. Anyway, we have this other water extractor over here, and that is going to feed into this side. And so then the last one, the last row of them, there'll be a water extractor on that side, and a water extractor right here, and that will feed all 24 generators. So instead of us having 500, when this is all done, we're going to have 1,500 megawatts. But before we do that, we need to hook up the water extractors. So far, only the 2 here and here are connected. The other 2 are not connected to the line because I don't want to overdraw the power from down below. So we're going to connect these, and now these 2 water extractors are going to start up. The coal generators are not going to start up because I'm not bringing the coal in yet. The miners are over there, but we've got to set that up first. And there it goes. So now if we go down below, we should see that these pipes are going to start filling up. Right, this one already is. Right, and it's slowly filling up, and it's sending water down. Go away. And so as we come in here, we can see that these water lines are starting to fill. And eventually these water lines will fill, but they're not yet. And so we have to give it a little bit of time. It's slowly filling up. And then these water lines should be filling from the second generator. And they are. So we'll give it a little bit of time and these things will start filling up. You can see it's beginning already. A little bit. It's taking it a little while. It will eventually fill up completely. And we'll see if this process of adding, where is it? Adding the second line coming in from here actually works. If it doesn't, what I'm going to do is stop this line right here and just have the 2 lines be separate. But we'll see what happens. It seems like everything's working pretty well. And now these lines are filling up very quickly. Like this line's already full, it looks like. Or no, half full. And that line's 3/4 full. This line should be full up. So our coal generators should be in good shape. So now we just gotta bring in the coal from over there. And what I'm trying to figure out is exactly how I want to do that. As you can see, I built all along this water, so we have a floating platform everywhere. This is just what I was building to like get around the place. We don't really need this anymore, I don't think. Oh, that's right, I don't have enough room for all this crap. Okay, so the question is, how do I want to bring this in? So let's go up to our observation deck up here. And there's probably a pig beast. Yeah. Hopefully this is the last time I'll have to kill these guys. Super annoying. So now what's going to happen is when we upgrade to Mark II miners, we're going to actually be able to double this and have 48 generators here. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I might build another 24 over here. I'm not sure if we're going to have room for that. Alternatively, we could go up and build another 24 up at the top and then just build more water extractors. So I'll have to think about how I want to do that. So these are our 3 mines. I made sure to mow down all the trees so we could see everything clearly. There's another pig beast. The question is, how do I want to bring the coal in? I could run it along the land, right, and then bring it down. And I think that's probably the best way, so that in case we got to put generators out here, we don't have to move the belts. Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is run it along this way, maybe to that rock, and then out. We're going to do something like that, I think. So let's take a look, and we'll see how we want to design this. No, no, don't fall. There we go. There was also another pig beast. So let's 2 more. So let's go kill 3 more. So let's go kill them. And they really do a lot of juking when you shoot them once. Are you coming? I missed him. That's 1. Missed. Got him. Yeah, so I've just killed like 6 of them. What we mainly got to watch out for is the alpha, because he will kill me. Probably. So let's dump off some of our stuff if we can. Actually, don't have room for us to dump off anything. Alright. So, we're coming from over there. And then we want to go, like, this way. But we're going to need to be higher up, because the rock is in the way, unless I can get rid of it. Let's see. Let's put a couple things in here. I have modular frames for something else that I want to do. Let's see if I can switch to this thing. Can we kill this rock? Excellent. Oh, that's perfect. Now, this is still a little low. If we want to come over this way, so we're going to need to come in before this thing gets too high. So like here, I think. Oops, I changed my hotbar. 0. See how that looks. You can pick these up now. Okay. So we're going to bring this along. It looks like... Yeah, so I took this down for no good reason. Right, because we're going to be coming over this way. Okay, so we're going to need to connect to this slot. I don't know if we're going to have room. Let's see. So this area we're not making pretty, we're just kind of doing this sort of thing. So we're going to need a conveyor Mark II. Let's see if we can... So we can, it's just got to be shorter. There we go. So that can go that way. So I'm trying to think about how this is going to look. And that is backwards. It needs to be like that, which means I have to redo... I think I have to redo the lift, because it doesn't like it when you connect the lift without... When you try to connect a wall to a lift, you've got to connect the lift to the wall. It's quite frustrating, actually. Unless they've changed that. In earlier releases, that was the case. There we go. So now I got to think about how this is going to come over here. I'm thinking we're probably going to want to run it along this way. Right? And so we're going to have another... Sorry about that, I accidentally hit the microphone. We're going to have another line coming in... Nope. Walls. Here. And then another line that's going to come in. Let's see, that's the empty one, so we're going to one back from that. So, there. Okay. Now actually, to line this up, we're going to need the 3. And the reason I have the 3, even though we're only having a single belt, is because that's what matches up with, if you come in here, what matches up with the distance from the wall that the wall conveyor poles have. So this distance is the same as the distance on the 3-hole wall unit, right? If you put the 1-hole wall unit, it's in the center, and then you'll get something that goes from here to there at a weird angle. So to prevent that, I just use that, and we only use 1 hole, and the other 2 holes are just not used. And then we're going to have the 3rd one come in over there. So that tells me we're going to have 1 on one side and 2 on the other side. And so that's actually not hard. If you take a look, right, we have 2 of them near each other and 1 further over. Right, so now if we come over here and we plan this out a little bit more, let's get my coffee cup back. Yeah, I don't need the chainsaw right now. So we have 2 here. They're going to come in on this side, right? And then this one, I guess, will come in on the far side. So 0, right? This thing's probably in the way. Oh no, it's alright. And it looks like we are high enough that we can be, like, actually on the ground here. So let's head down and take a look. And there is a pig beast over there, so we're going to be ready to defend ourselves. Oh, that's a little frustrating. It's just a little low. Actually, it's okay. There's a little bit of poke through right there. I think I'm going to live with it. Let's see. So this one's right about there. Right? And then these two can come in like there and around. Okay guys, I'm going to work this out and I will bring you back when we've got coal flowing to the generators. I will be right back. Okay guys, we are hooked up with this one miner, which is going to supply 120 carbon coal per minute. And what I did was I did my sort of standard where we've got too high on our bridge. The bottom will just be windows. The top will be, I don't know, solid. We've got power lines running along the walls at the top there. It's not perfect because I was having some trouble. Seeing it from below, so I think we got to fix that. There we go. 2. There we go. So now it should be connected right. We come over here, and then over there I had to change it. I've gone with the orange walls because I didn't like the way the gray walls looked with windows in them, because the windows only have the orange color, or whatever, the colorable. So we're going to have to redo this part. That's no problem. It'll be real quick. Let's shoot this guy and get him out of the way. Go away. Oh, wow. Bit of a lag there. I better save before I have problems. So we should be able to double our power output right now by sending all of this stuff along this one line. It will take a little bit of time for everything to equilibrate out, but we should be in good shape. That's too low. Let's try that again. Get out of my way. That should do it. Oh my god, this thing. Go away. Those guys are annoying. At least I think they will stop spawning once all these things are running. And then if I kill them, then that should take care of things. Alright, so the coal is coming along. So this is just one line. And then I'm going to do is put another line of walls on this side. And we will draw that over to here. And I'm going to have to turn that orange as well. And we got to think about, you guys should comment, what color should we make the default color of our base? I don't want it to be orange, it's kind of ugly. Go away. Alright, so it's coming down here. Let's take a look at how we're doing inside. We should have the coal coming out here momentarily and going up, and there it goes. So this is only the Mark 1 because the coal generators can only take 15 a minute. So we're going in this way, we're going in this way, and so what's going to happen is, just like with the ones we had upstairs, downstairs and below here, the first generator is going to turn on, then the second one, and so on. And the reason it's going to be like that is because we have one line going in and then splitting off to multiple other lines. Let's get this out of the way. Okay. So, not sure how I'm going to want to get up there in the long run, but for now I'm just going to put our ramp back so I can just get up there. And this should be starting up. Yeah, so this generator is now running, right? It should be on full water, and we've already got 36 coal in here. So that generator is running. And we're now up to almost 1,000 megawatts, you see. This generator is running. It's got 17 coal in it, full of water. Let's make sure they're all on full water. Looks like they are. I think this is going to work, guys. Yep. It's just going to take a little while for the first set of coal to back up enough that the next set is able to run. But we can see they're all on full water, which is excellent. That's what I like to see. It's looking good. So this power line is going to fluctuate between, I guess, what is it, 500 and 1,000, give or take. Each one of these guys generates 75. There's 75 times 8. So that's going to add 150 times 4, 600. So we're going to be around 1,200 megawatts. And then when we add these lines, will be more. But then I'm going to take the ones down below away, right? Once we have enough power from these generators. So like this guy, he's full already, right? So that means that this thing is stopped, right? And since that is stopped, that means that almost nothing is going down this belt, which means all 120, 118 or so of it, 100 and whatever, 5 of it is coming this way. And is going to, and then this one's going to stop up. And so as they stop up, the ones further down the line will get fed with coal. And this works quite well. I've never had a problem with it. It's not, you know, the super most efficient way. The most efficient way would be to split half and then split half again. But I think it works really well. I put a railing on here. I think that looks pretty cool. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this sort of entryway here. We'll have to see. This will probably be my way down. I don't know, because that thing's in the way too. So we'll have to see what happens. We're sort of constrained by where the water is and where the pipes are. I guess I could move that water generator over here. Probably I'll do that. I can move the water generator over here and then run the pipes this way, and then I can have a walkway come down from here. Not sure. So how are we doing here, guys? So the only thing I don't like about this layout is there's no way to get a walkway this way because it's not even, and then the coal generators block it, so it's sort of annoying. You can jump over it. So this thing is just starting to get enough fuel now. You can see it's just starting to back up a little bit where it's getting more fuel, or about as much fuel as it uses, right? So it's going to slowly build up. So these guys are going, and we are on full power. Right? These two are still waiting. They're not getting enough coal yet. This one's barely getting it, right? But that'll adjust itself as these guys start to back up, right? Where are we backed up? So it looks like the first and second one are backed up now, you see? And then this third one is already almost at 100, so as soon as that backs up, that'll start forcing the coal further down the chain. And it works quite well. I'm perfectly happy with it. I'm pleased, guys. I think this is looking great. And now, once I kill these things, they shouldn't come back because there are operating powered items in the area. I'm pretty happy. I like it. I like it a lot. I think this is going to be awesome when all 24 of these are belching pollution into the atmosphere. It's going to look really cool. Alright, so this is where we are. We have our generating plant, and now the next thing to do is to start working on the space for our foundry. Let me take you back. I'll show you the concrete, and then we will stop. Okay, guys, we're back. Grab my cup of coffee here. So this is our new area for concrete. And so what I have set up here is a whole bunch of concrete constructors. We have 12 of them. About 5 of them are active right now. And we'll be doing more as we go. I was getting ready to do that, but I'm out of the reinforced plates because I left them back at the build site because I have to use them for other things. So anyway, we have our concrete coming up from 2 floors below where the concrete came in the first place, and then it's coming up here, and we have all of these constructors running. They're not running at full capacity yet, but they will be once we bring in limestone from the other locations and we start getting the Mark III belts bringing things in. The other thing I wanted to show you, I have a little bit of concrete here. So down below, let me go down. So this is the constructor floor. I'm going to go down to the smelting floor. That's where the foundry is going to be also. This is the floor where ingots are made, right? And so steel ingots are going to be the next thing we're going to make. And those are going to go over here. So this section over here, this is caterium. And that is copper, right? So what I want to do over here is make the ingots here, right? So we're going to fill this part in, and then we're going to put our foundries over here. And then we'll shove that stuff up to the constructor floor above us, and that will be where we will make the steel beams and the pipes. And then the advantage of that is the concrete is right here, and you take the steel beams and the concrete, and you make concrete reinforced steel beams. I don't know if we have the recipe for that yet. Let's see, we do not. So that's the next level of research. But that will be easy to do because the concrete's right here. So that's why I decided to put the foundries right here and the steel constructors right above me. And then we're going to be making lots of steel. And then we're going to be turning a lot of our 120 belts into whatever it is, 250 or whatever they are, where it's the next level. And we'll be able to bring a lot more stuff in. And eventually we'll have Mark II miners, and then we'll be able to, as I said, have like 48 coal generators up there and be making like 3.6 gigawatts of power. Now there's a lot of building to do, and now that we've got those generators, once I get the next 2 rows of generators done and everything's finished up there, then we will really be able to just start building crap in the base. Also, our smart parts are completely done. We've almost entirely filled that one container, so I turned that assembler off. So once we start making the steel beams, we're going to need to put another assembler up above here that's going to take the steel beams and I think it's reinforced plates. What is it? To make these versatile frameworks. The steel beams and modular frames. We got 2 containers of modular frames. So this is going to be no problem. So I may just carry a bunch of modular frames over here and put them in a storage container and then use the steel beams from below and just use the use that to make the smart parts. Eventually, though, we're going to want to move via conveyor belt the steel beams over to here, right? Because we want to make the smart parts and everything over there because they're used in the space elevator. So there's no point in making them over here. So maybe what I'll do is actually do that. We'll see. I'll have to think about it. First, we got a lot of building to do. But we're making progress, guys. We've got a whole new generating plant here. We're going to then use all this coal. Instead of using it for generators, we're going to use it to bring up here into the foundry area and make steel. So we'll be doing that in the near future, but I thought I would show you what progress we've made. And of course, you got a lot of concrete that we need to fill in here and walls and everything else to make this pretty. So it's going to take a long time. But while I'm trying to do that as I'm making the base functional little by little. So I'll see you next time. Until then, I am Scrapperlock, and this is Satisfactory.